Whenever you feel comfortable and ready.
Japan's fishing industry is vast and fishermen can earn up to $200,000 per catch. What are these fishermen catching that are earning these substantial profits, one might ask? Dolphins. These fishermen are selecting dolphins that will be sold into captivity for aquariums, and the rest of the dolphins are brutally slaughtered. And what do they do with these dead dolphins? They are packaged and sold as whale meat in Japan. It is important for the audience to understand what is going on in the world, and this topic is very important to understand what is happening to one of the world's most beloved species. I will use information provided by the Oceanic Preservation Society, as well as information provided by Rocco Berry, former dolphin trainer for the show Flipper, who now serves as an activist against dolphin captivity. I will also use information from the International Whaling Committee. In this speech, I will address the selection process and killings of these dolphins. I will also cover what they are doing with the dolphins, alive or dead, and how Japan is continuing to allow this type of fishing. To begin, I will start with where this is happening and why these animals are being chosen. According to the Oceanic Preservation Society, for a few months out of every year, over 20,000 dolphins are being slaughtered in the Cove of Taiji, Japan. The fishermen are luring these dolphins into the cove using sound barriers that disorient the dolphins. After the dolphins are trapped in the cove, nets are placed around so that the dolphins cannot escape. From then on, fishermen will decide the destiny of these dolphins. Dolphins that are not pre-selected will wait in a death trap when the fishermen come out with their boats and harpoon the dolphins.
Turn the volume.
One poor dolphin, you could see it trying to get away, and it was swimming straight for us inshore, and it actually made it over a couple of the nets. And every time it came up for a breath, you could see all this blood coming out behind it. And then you could see the last couple of breaths it took, and then it went down and we never saw it again.
As mentioned before, the fishermen of Japan decide the destinies of the dolphins. Some will live and some will die. Why are dolphins being targeted? The dolphin smile is nature's most deceptive illusion. According to the Oceanic Preservation Society, the more lucrative captive dolphin industry is the driving economic force behind the dolphin slaughter in Taiji. Bottlenose dolphins, or the dolphins that look like Flipper, are selected and sold to aquariums like SeaWorld around the world for about $200,000 each. In the U.S. alone, dolphinariums represent an $8.4 billion industry. Dolphins that aren't chosen are packaged for consumption in Japan. Like the live dolphins earn $200,000 apiece, dead dolphins only earn about $600 each. They are being sold as counterfeit whale meat in large cities around Japan. When tests were done, they found that there were 5,000 times the allowable mercury in these fish, and they are poisoning the people of Japan. The Japanese government donated dolphin meat to the public school systems, and the children are being forced to eat this meat without their knowledge. As Americans, we find these facts to be completely shocking. Every year, the International Whaling Committee meets to discuss these types of matters. Small cetaceans, such as dolphins and porpoises, are not protected by the International Whaling Committee. The people of Japan are intentionally being kept from these facts. When activists went around large cities such as Tokyo, they went interviewing the citizens, asking about if they knew what was going on in the cove in Taiji, Japan. The citizens responded with shock and disbelief, saying that they don't eat dolphin. We know that fishing is a part of life for the Japanese people, but why are they killing these dolphins? Even though this is not happening in our own country, awareness is important for us in order for this to stop. As we conclude today, I hope that I have informed you about the scary truths of dolphin fishing in Japan. These killings are morally wrong. As a human society, we need to realize that people are actually being harmed by consuming this toxic meat. The dolphinarium industry is making a need for these dolphins, And because dolphins are not protected by the International Whaling Committee, these deaths will continue. If these killings continue at this rate, one of the most friendly and loved species on our earth will no longer exist.